Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii and here are all of the free buyable cars in GTA Online. These aren't cars off the street, but all of the ones that appear as free in the in-game websites. Actually, not all of them are from the in-game websites, some you could just unlock for completely free, starting with the first one, the Paragon R, which you can get through completing certain missions in the Diamond Casino penthouse. So depending on how you look at it, technically it's not free, but you can unlock it for absolutely free. The only catch is you actually need to own a specific property for it. Owning a casino penthouse and then just completing the Miss Baker story missions, you're going to be unlocking this at the very end. It's an armored version of the Paragon R, meaning it can withstand one rocket before blowing up fully. It's one of the nicer looking cars in the game. I really like the Bentley look it has. You would spend money buying the penthouse if you don't have it already, but then you actually make a good chunk of that back completing the Miss Baker missions, and this is one of the best vehicles to unlock for free in GTA Online, so definitely take advantage of this one. Great deal to unlock it this way instead of spending over $900,000 in the in-game websites. Going in the Warstock website, you can find the Marshall for absolutely free. Now, there's a bunch of different countries you can have it themed as, from the USA to Brazil to England to a bunch of different countries, so you can have a bunch of different paint jobs on it because you can't actually take it into Los Santos Customs, of course, because it is way too big. But being able to buy a monster truck for absolutely free is actually pretty awesome, and I didn't even know this up until recently because I never really checked out the free vehicles you have in the Warstock website. I mean, most vehicles on the Warstock website are in the couple $1 million range, so having a couple of free vehicles, including this really fun one, is awesome. It's a great alternative if you don't want to go and spend a few $1,000,000 on a big arena war vehicle, like for example the Future Shock Cerberus or something like that. It's another big vehicle that you can have fun with, and that's the main point. Running over street vehicles and ramming random cars out the way, this thing has a great ramming capability. The only kind of annoying thing with this one, just because it's such an old vehicle that's been in the game since the very start, it is actually a Pegasus vehicle, so if you want to call it in, you can't actually store it in your garage. You have to call Pegasus, and then it's going to be inside of monster trucks, so then it's going to spawn somewhere near you. I believe it's only certain Pegasus spawn locations. I guess it's kind of a good thing since it doesn't actually take up any garage space, just because a lot of people these days have a lot of space issues with their garage slots. Another large vehicle you can get for absolutely free is the Brickade 6x6. It comes with the freak shop after completing the very first dose mission. It's pretty cool. You get to unlock both a property and a great vehicle at the same time. The Brickade can actually be turned into a business. I believe you need to pay $750,000 to make it into the acid lab, but the vehicle itself you can actually just get for free with it. To start the first dose missions, you just have to go to Sandy Shores to the R icon. It's going to give you a long cutscene with Ron and Dax and all that. After the first mission, you unlock the freak shop property, which is where the Brickade 6x6 is stored, but you only actually unlock the Brickade after completing the 6 first dose missions. If for whatever reason you haven't done them yet, I mean, you get a fat first time bonus for each mission, so definitely do it. It's a great money method, plus you unlock this awesome vehicle. It's one of the heaviest vehicles in the entire game, so ramming cars out the way is super easy. Then we have by far the most expensive car you can get for absolutely free in GTA Online, and essentially how you unlock this one is very simply completing the first dose and then the last dose missions, which are a total of like 11 or 12 missions. Again, a great opportunity to make money, and then at the very end you get the virtue as a reward with a special rare livery on it as well. And besides the obvious fact, it's a great deal to get a free supercar instead of paying like around $3 million for it. I especially like this one because it's got some decent handling, it's relatively easy to drive around, and it's one of the fastest Amani Tech vehicles. The top speed is good, but the main highlight of the performance is definitely the acceleration. It's got one of the fastest accelerations in the entire game. Just by this gameplay, you can probably see how fast it goes, like 0 to 60, or in this case like 0 to 100 plus. And of course, it being an Amani Tech upgradable vehicle means essentially you can put the missile lock-on jammer on it, and then no weaponized vehicle can lock onto you with homing missiles. And then you can drive peacefully in free mode and not have to worry about any oppressors locking onto you and blowing you up for whatever reason. If you ask me, not only is it the best free vehicle you can get in GTA Online, it's also one of the best overall vehicles you can own in this game, so this one is a must. Not every day, not every year, and not every decade that you can actually get an electric supercar for free by completing some missions. It sounds super simple to do, and it is that simple to do, so definitely get this one. In the Legendary Motorsport website, we have a fan favorite of a car. It's just been in the game since the very start, and it's always been that one free car that's always just useful to have. have. The LG RHA can actually look really cool once upgrading it. If you put the right paint job, put a spoiler on it, and some cool wheels, it can actually look really sick, and it's a completely free car. Now, to get it to appear as free in the Legendary Motorsport website and also the Benny's website, all you need to do is link your Rockstar Social Club account. So make a Social Club account, link your GTA account to that, and then you'll see this car being completely free in those two websites. Through Social Club is where you can actually start joining crews in this game and actually have a crew color and a different paint job, a custom paint job that you can't really get in the regular paint jobs. On top of that, you get a free sports car of the LG RHA, so I'd recommend it. The Ocelot Virtue isn't the only armored car you can get for absolutely free in GTA Online. We also have the Duke of Death that you can find in the Warstock website. Right by the Marshall monster truck, you have the Duke of Death. With the Duke of Death, you get the best of both worlds, both bullet protection and explosive protection, so it takes a few missiles to fully blow it up, and at the same time, it's got some window plating, so it's actually harder to shoot your character with an AR. Very few cars have both of those, so this one's definitely on a really respectable list, especially the passenger that sits in this vehicle, because the passenger seat has more bullet protection and more window plating than the driver's seat. So if you need to decide with your friend who needs more protection, definitely sit in the passenger seat in this car. It being armored means naturally it is going to be a bit of a heavier vehicle, which is actually good for us because it's still relatively fast. I wouldn't say this vehicle is too slow at all. It does give it some good ramming power, so it may be the same size as a regular street car, but it's actually much more armored, thus making it more powerful when crashing into other cars. In the Southern San Andreas website, we have a couple of random cars to check out that appear for free. One is the Bravado Gauntlet with the Redwood livery, then we have the Dominator with the Pisswasser livery, the Stallion with the Burger Shot livery, and then some stock versions of cars like the Dukes, the Ballista Compact, which is a super random one. I don't even own that vehicle myself, and finally the regular version of the Stallion. Pretty cool car. It was also featured in previous GTA games. Going back to the Legendary Motorsport website, we have the Chameleon, which is a pretty cool electric car you can get for free. Also the Hot Knife, which has some invisible parts glitches with it if you're interested in that. As honorable mentions, they're not really cars, but we also have the Carbon RS in the motorcycle section for absolutely free. It's actually very similar to the Baddie 801, which is a really good motorcycle itself. A sea vehicle you can get is the Kraken submarine. I don't know why it appears for free, but I mean it does in the Doctees website. I never go on it, but if you're interested, you can explore the seas, the deep seas of Los Santos, and you can actually get a plane for absolutely free as well. Going into elitist travel, the Dodo seaplane is completely free, so that's pretty cool. Can't remember the last time I actually flew a seaplane in GTA Online, but as I'm talking about it, I actually want to give it another go and see how it is. If you went on to find this video helpful, drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel so you don't miss any more awesome videos like these, and click the video on screen now for the fastest cars in GTA Online. I hope you all enjoyed that video, and peace.